Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of A Dairyman's Diary. We're another couple of days down since our last video there. The sun has been out, it's been a little bit chilly, but the good news is the snow has all but melted, which is wonderful. Now what that does mean, we can get back onto our fields to get some work done. However, we are currently waiting for the slurry spreading window to open for us, so we're a little bit stuck in that regard. But we're only got about a week away now, actually. Problem being, our tanks are all but pretty much bursting right now, so we are a little bit of an impasse. So to kind of combat this, we come down to the chicken yard down here. We've rented, or we've hired a big old field dowser, really. Something we're going to use as a storage place. We're going to just come down here with the tanker and just dump a couple of loads in just to kind of get this away more than anything else, and allow us to get the slurry lagoon at the main yard just lower a little bit, give us a bit of breathing space, because yeah, we're getting really close to call. So we want to make sure we can capitalize on the good weather we have right now, get into the field there and just get this taken care of, really. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to store it in this field here. Cows have to move, but we'll get this done, and then that way we can get ourselves a little bit more, a few more weeks, really. Buy ourselves a little bit of time, which would be important. Come on, out the way. And then yeah, I've currently got the new 6630 connected to the Abbey tanker. We've done a few little bits on that, which we'll have a look at when we get back to the yard, of course. But for now, we're just going to drop this guy around here, and then we will just square it to the head shower, I think. And onwards we go. You can see most of the snow's gone. There's a few little bits left in. We didn't get that much closer at all, did I? There's a few little piles of snow left around the yard where we did have to heap it up, but we'll get to that one. That's going to slowly melt away. And yeah, we should be good to go. That's it, better. Right in that corner now. That's better. And there you go. So that is our tanker. We're just going to leave that here. We can fill it from the pipe in the front here, and then when we do come to use the Joskin and get it actually injected into the ground, there we'll just use that first, which will be ideal for what we need to do. And we'll head back on up to the yard there. Oh, you can just stay right where you are. I see what you're trying to do. Excellent stuff. As you can see, it's a beautiful day here. There's blue, crisp blue sky out there. Really, really nice weather. I'm hoping as well that we can actually start to... I got a little bit of stubbles that I want to take care of. Hoping that we can get to do that fairly soon as well. I'll have to have a look at it. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with some of it. Might put some maize in as well, try and get a bit of a maize whole crop coming through. But we'll see. A little bit of work to do on that front anyway. But how have you been? I hope everyone is fantastic, whatever you're getting up to. Do let us know down below in the comments what you're working on as well. Always very interested there. We are trying just to get our first cut of grass to really kick on a bit. So we're going to, like I say, slurry will be one of the first things we'll do, and hopefully that's going to give it a bit of a good boost that it will need. Watch this space as far as that's concerned, I would say. I'd like to try and get a first cut silage lifted pretty quickly, but I'd say at minimum we're about a month away from getting anywhere close to that, so we'll have to wait and see. We were finally able to get a milk tanker up as well. Now the roads are clear, so our milk storage is in good control, and we've got our muck to look into as well shortly, so we might even try and get onto that at some point today. I'm going to stick this tractor now onto the red trailer, and then we can look at getting that cleared. Now some of you were mentioning from the last video that we did that you thought the 77 was a little bit too big for the Keenan, and I'd have to agree, you are right. It's long been an idea of mine, or a goal of mine, to get I would love a classic older John Deere on the feeder and just keep it on permanently. Something like an old 3050 would be great. Maybe a bit bigger, maybe a 3350. So we're going to just stick this 68 back onto the big tanker, onto the Joskin. We're not going to take it out right now, but we are going to get it ready for when we can in just a little while. Probably in the next week or so, hopefully. And then we'll do a little bit of carting down with the new tractor, with the 68 or 6630, beg your pardon. Just have a bit of a ride out with it, really. Before we do that, I will show you what work we've been able to get done. In we go. Because we've got a little bit done so far, so it's looking a little bit better than it was. Still plenty left to do, though, of course. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's coming along quite nicely, and I am waiting right now just to get a few parts actually for it. So we'll see how that looks. Well, in fact, no, like I said, we'll just stick this onto the trailer. We might get a little bit of muck cart once we've got this done. Just stick that out there for now. There's actually a little bit of snow in the back of it, so that's fun. Let's just get that. I don't know why I left that like that. There we go. Excellent. So yeah, we're just parked up here at the moment. As you can see, here it is in all of its glory. What I'm desperate to do is get the tires changed on it next up there, and then we're going to stick the change the hubs, or change the rims, change the tires as well. I'm going to get something a little bit wider on here, and then you can see we've already got the loader bracket on here, which is good news. That came just the other day, so we got that one fitted. That's not too hard at all to fit. Bolt straight into the chassis there, really, so that's all good. But yeah, we're gonna use this tractor for now, just because we're gonna run down these tires. Might as well save the trailer on everything else. And it was a nice little bit of time to get out on the road with this and see what it's looking like. We were able to get the steering column fixed as well. That had to take that apart there, put a new hinge on the column because it just wouldn't. It was locked, it was broken, it wouldn't fold down. But that's looking all good now. So yeah, we're just gonna head off around the corner there where we'll get this filled up. So this here tanker is pretty much full to bursting, so we really do desperately need to think about getting this some of this emptied out as much as possible. If we get that lagoon filled up, that's gonna help for sure. We'll just try and get that around this corner a little bit closer. And that should about do us there. I'd hope we'll get this all hooked up. Perfect stuff. So let's see how we're getting on there, and then we'll get this all fired up, I reckon. All right, we're just gonna stick that pipe back onto there. That is load number 1 done at least, and let's go down and open this gate down here. Oh, went too far. There we go, squeeze through. So we'll just try and make this as easy for us as possible. Wonderful stuff, and away we go. So yeah, this John Deere's got a 50k box inside it. Like I say, it was formerly of municipal services for the local council, so it did a lot of road work, things like that, a lot of hedge trimming, grassland maintenance for parks and recreational spaces, that kind of stuff. So it hasn't really had too much heavy work for the most part. So we're gonna test that theory throughout the course of the next year or so having it. We will definitely be sticking onto some mowers. We might even get it put onto the new baler actually, see how it handles that one. It should have plenty of power to it, that's for sure. Still need to come in and shift some of those trees out the way, or that fallen tree out the way actually. There's still right. Couldn't have placed that any worse, but we'll get onto that one once the rest of the good stuff's been done. Alright, and off we go. Listen to the noise of this thing pulling. Oh, that sounds good. I don't know about you. Not quite 7810 good, but good nonetheless. Oh, okay. Nice smooth ride at the moment. There's a lot of these tires are really pressurized though, so it's a bit of a it could be a little bit smoother. And we'll get that one adjusted there. I'm thinking I'm going to go to Michelin tires. I've had a lot of good success with Michelin tires on the other tractors, so why change that really? Hopefully they are expensive, but we are buying new. I just want to get the right rims to fit it as well, so hopefully that'll be something that will arrive sooner rather than later. Get that fitted onto here as well, and we'll be golden, I would imagine. But yeah, that's another job to add onto my list, I suppose. Now is the time to get it all done though, like I say. A lot of ground down by the shipyard as well that we'll try and get to as well. That's going to be the first area that we'll go to when we are allowed back onto the fields with the injector. And we'll get that one, get those taken care of first, because there's going to be a lot of silage down there. We're doing alright for silage so far though for this year. We've got quite a stockpile still left down by the shipyard there, and still quite a bit in the main yard to boot, so that's quite good news. Hopefully we'll see that we can keep that going. Ooh, easy now. One thing I do want to check is make sure the air brakes are working okay from the line here through to the trailer, make sure they're all looking good. Particularly when you start to pull big weights around such as these full tankers there, it can really add up quite quickly. Yeah, seems to be handling it very nicely indeed. Stand with the hens there not so long ago, this morning, they're all looking tremendous. Keeping well, have been hidden away from the snow, so they're now getting back out and pecking around in the kind of free range areas, so that's good. Hopefully that will continue. Cattle are fine as well. We were able to keep those guys all fed up. You can see there's a couple more bales in there waiting for them. And I am very much toying with the idea of coming down with a whole load of total mixed ration for them as well, just to see if we can really keep them going. Okay, so there we go. Wrong spool valve. This is actually all covered over in frost, it looks like, so we have to have a look at this tanker here, get it inside there, because a little bit of rust on there, a little bit of wear that we need to take care of as well at some stage. But for right now, we'll just start to get this filled up, I think. Perfect. And it really is pumping out of a heck of a rate there. Alright, and so that's load number 1 done. Let's just get this pulled back up. There we go. Very nice stuff. And we'll take this back up to the yard there. Well, we'll try and do this a few more times here. We need to ideally get about 5 or 6 loads down just to give ourselves plenty of breathing space for the next week. Now I'm not going to bring you along the line along the way for all of those there, but yeah, we'll definitely get some of those done. Otherwise, well, we need to get back on with the muck cart as well, so we'll see how that all pans out. There's some stubble land down here and some spring crop land down here actually that we've been tipping muck onto. We may well continue with that because I know our muck site up at the main yard there's getting a little bit full as well. So when it's been this wet and this miserable for some time now, it is a little bit tricky to try and get the ground covered as you'd like to. So we got to strike where you can on events such as this. See what we can get covered. But oh, this is a flying machine, this little tractor. Really is coming along. Very happy with this so far. Sounds very loud. We are, like I say, next few jobs for this one, we've ordered the tyres. We'll get that covered off. The way block needs to go onto the front as well, and then we're looking for another front loader at some point in time to go into here. Might have to look at the hydraulic pump on this just to see if it's fast enough, or if we have to tune that up a little bit to get a bit more of a higher flow rate. But we'll see how that looks. That's fairly easily done for sure. And then yeah, after that, it looks like we have to pay a little bit of attention to the Abbey tanker as well. Get that serviced and cleaned down, greased up. That one admittedly didn't get done over the winter months there. The Joskin did, but we didn't get onto the Abbey. So as soon as we get this done today, we'll stick this into the workshop and we'll see how it's all looking. But fun. Lots of different tasks to do. We'll take this back up to the yard anyway, where we'll go and clean out or take another load and give ourselves a little bit of breathing space there, I should imagine. So yeah, we'll see you back up the yard in just a few moments. Alright, so load number 2 is ready to go. As you can see, we're taking 2 loads out, and that is still pretty full. Careful not to fall into there, because that'll be a bit of a mess. We do need to think about getting a stair or something that we can get into here as well, just to give it a bit of a working over at some point. Make it a little bit more of a fluid exercise to get that all out. As you can see, everything was bedded up there just yesterday with the new rig, and it's working very nicely indeed. Nice even distribution of straw across the shed here. A little bit of muck in there already though, but we'll get to that soon. Now what we are going to be looking to do is we just take a bit of a walk. Jump over here. We have a little bit of a muck store down here, which is our kind of a winter storage area, just for times like this today, or times over the winter where we just can't get into it. That bale over there, I've just left. We're not going to get that. It's soaking wet. It's a bird habitat now. We might get to shove it into the hedge a bit more, and they can keep it nested in there or something. So yeah, we have been using this as a muck storage point for when it was just too much, and then a couple of times over the winter where we did have really hard frost there, we'd get in and shift that, keep on top of it a little bit, which we've been able to do for the most part. It's not too bad, but yeah, this will be the next thing that we will look to get carted away for sure, and we'll see how we get on there. But other than that, we're kind of getting on top of things now. We are getting out into the fields. We've had most of the bad weather that I think we're going to get. Thought the gate was opening, and we've kind of come out the other side of that now, hopefully. So that's looking good. The farm's getting back into good shape. We'll have a look at what we've done with the workshop very quickly as well. We're able to get that fixed up yesterday. If you recall, Storm Kira came through and raged havoc on my workshop of all places. So we've been able to kind of get that all tidied up again. There was these 2 boards across the top of the roller shutter doors. They've been put back up there, and they've been bolted back into place, which is grand. And then the last one was this a bit on the end there. That was a real pain to get on, but it's back on there now, and it's looking alright. So we are doing well. Silage size though, with silage pit is looking okay here. This is probably going to last us. We're going through about 6 silage bales a day at the moment, so we've got a few more, about a week or 2 in there, and then we need to make sure we get the rest of them. The trailer still has them on at the moment as well, so we might start to unload that trailer, if anything, just so we can move it out the way. And it's, this entrance here is never the most ideal to get in and out of, but yeah, that would be the next ideal step. But yeah, we're looking good, so we're going to get cracking along again. How's that gate come open once more? I do not know. We'll get this gate shut, we'll go and jump back in. We'll take another couple of loads down today, get that those tanks emptied out a little bit, give us some breathing room, and we'll be good. And that's all that matters for right now. And I get to have a little bit of a drive around in what is rapidly becoming a bit of a pocket rocket here, I do believe. Very nice little tractor. I'll keep you up to date with how we're getting along with the wheels. We're hoping to get these changed out in the next week or so if they arrive. And then after that, it's just a few little things, few niggles that I picked up, and you know, I might probably find more once we get this into the field as well. But stay tuned for that one. For now though, we're going to leave it here. Thank you ever so much for watching. I have been Frank, your humble host. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, and you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button for Simulation for the Nation, who as always agrees to post everything. Ooh, and around that, perfect. And we will see you all in the next one. Until then, have yourself a great day. Enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.